Good evening, good afternoon, where it may be. My name is Marissa Franklin. No, that's God's Lotus. I'm the founder and author of the W Cycle Reading. I'm going to come forth and give you a general spiritual reading. I do apologize for being MIA. I have a life, I work, and also doing studies as well too. So, this is going to be a repetitive message. Be mindful, be careful of misinformation. Even though it's factual, you will have people that tend to lead you astray based upon obtaining focus in regards to what you're trying to do and what you're trying to progress. I'm actually getting manipulation. Mind manipulation or mind control, doing the algorithm. Be mindful, be careful which you are deciphering and which you are depicting when it comes to these informations, and there are people who are trying to distract you. Tell the difference between a good distraction and a bad distraction, okay? Whether it's that there are people who actually distract you when it comes to pushing your clientele or moving your clientele to somewhere else or blocking your clientele. That's the message that's coming in right now. I'm going to go straight to the Mafia playing cards to give us overall message in regards of what we need to be more aware and who could be the interference, or there could be some subliminal message that needs to be known in regards of us being encounter of the unknown. Let's get into this. Let's go forward into picking up this message that needs to come through. Okay? Be mindful of the unwitted eye. I don't know what that means. Be mindful of the unwanted eye. There's somebody who could be observing you. I'm actually getting there's somebody who could be probably observing you, giving some false information, or probably giving you some type of false guidance or misguidance to initiate some type of trouble or make some type of flaw or actually cause some type of false accusation based upon in regards to what you're doing. More like in the workforce. And it's kind of funny because I'm actually hearing an alarm in the background. So yeah, be more alert and be more aware in regards of who is watching you and who is observing you. Be mindful of the unwitted eye. There's someone who actually gives some false pretense to make it seem as if they are a nice person, that they want to be close acquaintance with you, and the reason why they're trying to be friendly with you because they're trying to get more information out of you. Be careful of this individual because they're not too friendly. They tend to gossip behind your back. More like make you become more confused and send you the wrong type of signal, send you some type of wrong message. There's some type of hidden affairs that's going on within the job as well too. I'm actually getting there could be an affair between two employees and try to make it seem as if that you're part of the affair, but you're not. And the reason why they're trying to accuse you to be part of the affair because you witnessed the affair. I'm actually getting bullying. This could be religious discrimination. And they're trying to make it seem as if that you are delusional, that you're crazy, and they're actually trying to use your religious belief that makes you become more delusional and crazy. You got to be stronger than that. You actually have to be more stronger than that. You actually have to do some type of rituals in regards to putting protection when it comes to your job and your workforce. You got to do some type of ritual to actually help you gain confidence within yourself and gain your strength, okay? Because that job could be a reliable resource in regards to what you might do in the future. Perform some type of rituals that actually will give you protection when it comes to your job. I advise you in doing so. If you are into the esoteric and medical physical. I'm going to stop right here. Five families. This could be dealing with the five families going against one another, or five companies going against one another, or five communities that's going against one another. More like conflict of interest. Whether it's if you're actually in a job that's actually hiring family members, or hiring acquaintances or associates, or somebody you know within their childhood, but what you do not realize, or you don't know, there could be some type of feud that's going on between the two families, between the two business, or between the two organizations or communities. This could be a family feud. This could be something personal. This has not have nothing to do with you, but however, this feud could ignite the antagonization and causing problems, and causing issues, and causing drama within the business, within the community, and within the workforce. There's some type of family feud that's going on, and like I said earlier, this could be dealing with hidden affairs, which cause the family feud, because they do not like their family member having an affair with the enemy. So you probably involve some type of feud that's going on, which is personal within the community, within the home, within the business itself, or within the job. Now, this woman picked the second card, so the innocent detective. Interesting. So you actually have to do your own detective work. You gotta take some type of risk, but do not make it seem as if that you need to be seen. Make it seem as if that you're invisible when you're doing this observation, if you know what I mean. So making assumptions, you got to get evidence. Instead of making assumptions or making an ass out of yourself, you got to get some evidence. Okay, so I guess you got to do some type of investigation yourself to make it seem as if that if it's evident that if these two employees, these two co-workers are having affairs. So besides the hidden affairs, if there's some type of discrepancy that's going on within the job, you got to do some investigation and get some evidence to make it seem as if they're doing some type of discrepancy within the job as well. Okay, it could be an occurrence. Get some statements and write it down on paper. Time, date, where it took place, who did it, person and name. Okay, so you have to do your own investigation, but make sure that it's not visible. Okay. See? Yep. Wow. I'm gonna say whether that the doctor is in it, they are not aware that they are in the feud or part of the feud, but they would like to know what's really going on, what's going on with the discrepancies itself. But you, as a civilian, or you as an employee or co-worker, need to explain it to the doctor in regards to what's really going on, where what's taking place at the job that's being very unprofessional and causing misreputation of the job itself. Okay. Let me go into fortune telling cards before I go into tarot. Be mindful, be careful not to make simple mistakes. I'm actually getting somebody trying to catch you making a mistake. Okay? Be mindful, be careful of not making simple or little mistakes, because somebody is trying to use that against you. Whether it could be a typo, whether it could be that you did not write in a statement in regards to the current events that's taking place at your job with a client. So, yeah, just recheck your check and balance and also your documentations, okay? So I'm actually seeing as if that you are going to get a job, and you think that you're not getting enough benefits when it comes to this new job, but you are going to get some type of benefits. It's more like an upgrade. It's going to be renewed. So you probably might receive new benefits, new insurance when it comes to this new job. So I have here as a work occupation, which is like you are going to get an offer or a new job. And I have here as anchor, and anchor means insurance or good benefits. I researched that myself. Okay, and sometimes it can be opportunity or new ventures when it comes to new business too. And I see you getting a lot of money, which is a possibility you might get an increase compared to where the wages that you're given. So you might get an increase when it comes to your wages. And I have here as a key, and I have here is the sun, and I have here is a pleasant letter, and I have here is a good gentleman. And I have here is the pig. Now, you are receiving good news that's going to come to you in regards to that you are going to get a new job that's going to come with good benefits and an increase of wages. Once you receive this new job, it's like a positive turnaround, like a wheel of fortune. That, for my ladies, most likely you are going to be with a wealthy man. And I am going to say the wealthy man because the pig right here, resembles wealth. The pig, okay? It resembles wealth. So you are going to be with a wealthy man or a man that's well established, who has his own business, okay? And it's more stable. Probably a Leo. A Leo could be very significant in your life, but it's someone who's probably going to help you in regards of building a business or a enterprise or a new establishment. Now, the pleasant letter, it could be an offer or more like a love letter. So you might receive a love letter, my ladies, to a Leo man. To my fellas, you might receive a love letter from a woman. So you might receive offers or love offers from your options, or a particular a Leo person, a Leo man or Leo woman. Okay, but most likely I'm actually saying that you are receiving good news when it comes to this new job opportunity. But I would advise you not to doubt yourself and thinking that you are not going to receive this new opportunity that's going to come in, because that doubt is going to block these new opportunities that's going to be given to you. And it's going to be longer distance, longer drive compared to the remote jobs or the job that you're currently working in that's closer to where you live, so it's going to be farther distance. Or this job is going to actually give you the advantage to travel, this new job. But I'm actually getting it could be delays when it comes to travel when it comes to August due to health. I'm not going to say due to your health, but it could be due to the health of nationwide. So I'm actually getting as if that there can be in the Leo man who could be very aggressive but persistent and wants to propose to you and wants to marry you. Now the reason why he's actually being persistent because he does have somebody who is like a female, an older female that's significant to his life that's trying to block him and trying to pursuing you, my female quadrants. Okay, but I do see it as if that there is a Leo man who could be very aggressive but yet persistent and want to approach you, because he actually foreseen that you are getting offers from other gentlemen. And he does not want to lose the opportunity in being with you or courting you. but there is a older female significant who is actually more dominating his life, is trying to block him pursuing you. Because here I have here is the aggressive lion, but most likely it could be bad luck, but I see otherwise. Now, when it comes to marriage, for those who are actually concerned of marriage, the reason why that you believe that your marriage is not going to be successful or this proposal is because your family is all up in it. Your family is trying to control your proposal. They're trying to control the way that how the wedding needs to be set up, how the wedding needs to be arranged. I would advise you elope or give them an ultimatum that, just let them know that you expect them to butt out your business, even though you need financial help from your family, but just let them know that I would respect, I would respect the fact of having your opinions, but I just do not like that y'all trying to control my wedding. And I do appreciate y'all, financially supporting me when it comes to my wedding, but if y'all are trying to control my wedding, me and my partner will elope. And y'all can't afford to elope. But that's the reason why I'm actually seeing it could be some bad news when it comes to this marriage card, because of your family is trying to control your proposal and trying to control your wedding. And sometimes it'll be a influential mother who disagreed the wedding and proposal too. But, sometimes you just got to talk to your mom. Do not be mad at your mom. There's a reason why she's just being different when it comes to your marriage. But yet, again, you just got to let your mom know that she needs to respect the fact that who you love. And needs to understand why you love that person. Confirmation. I would say your wedding will be successful in the date of May of 2027, even though 2 years later. Now, the reason why I said 2 years later, but maybe that you need to take a time to get to know your partner and make the right decision to see that if you and your partner are prepared to be in a commitment relationship or ready to be in a commitment relationship. That's why I mentioned about the perfect date would be May 2027 for the marriage date. And the reason why that you expect, some of y'all suspected to get married around this year. The reason why I said it would not be good around this year because money would be looking funny. And most likely y'all want to spend that money when it comes to trips, vacations, and also your other family members too, or your children. You might be marrying your partner that has children, or your partner is marrying you, or the fact that you have children too. So that's why I said that it's not a good time to, have a marriage date as in this year, because your money is looking funny. So if somebody was trying to dominate you based upon your life and trying to tell you what to do, it's going to stop. It is going to stop. Nobody does not have dominance over you or trying to put dominations on you. It is going to stop. Okay? I'm actually seeing that somebody's going to be held accountable, or somebody's actually going to be punished based upon for what they have done to you, whether it could be an assault. Yeah, somebody's actually going to serve the consequences based upon the fact that they actually had assaulted somebody, or something has been investigated and they found out that the individual has been found guilty for assaulting the individual or a minor. I'm actually getting a justice will be served, because I have here is a misfortune, and I have here is the extra joker, And I have here is the whip. Because this incident probably happened like 3 to 4 years ago or 3 to 4 months ago, and the person has not been serving his justice, but they are going to deserve the consequences based upon for what they have done to you. If you are dating, this is a time for you to have patience and get to know the individual rather than jumping the gun and make it seem as if y'all want to be in a committed relationship. No, just get to know the individual. I'm not saying as if like disregard them, but just willing to get to know them. Okay, just continue on to go into these dates with this individual. But do not make it seem as if that you are impatient, that you want to be in a relationship, that you need to be in a relationship, because if you do, that's a sign of desperation, and they are not going to treat you how you want to be treated respectfully. This could be someone who probably has a 16-year-old or does not want you to know they have a 16-year-old or has children that's like a teenager. And do not want their kids to know of the fact that they're dating. And the reason why they're afraid to let their kids know that they're dating because they don't want their children to date their parent or date their mother or father. Their children most likely protect over their mother and father. But they do not want somebody to take their parents away from them, but they're old enough to manage to take care of themselves. They're afraid how their teenager feels about them dating or how they feel about dating you. This could be a interracial relationship. That's what I'm picking up right now. Whereas if they're their children, that's within a different race, they are afraid whether that their children feels uncomfortable of their parent dating outside the race, especially somebody younger. But I would encourage you to go on this date and get to know this individual, even though that you and this individual has a strong sexual chemistry. Be mindful, be careful of that. If you're not ready to have a children or an unexpected child, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, because this child could be a blessing in disguise, but it's gonna happen unexpectedly, as if that you do not know whether that y'all prepared to take care of this child. So I would say wrap it up because you and this individual have a strong, surprisingly, sexual chemistry. That they might bring out something that what you like about them sexually, and they might bring out something for what they like about you sexually. That's what I meant to say. I do get interference when it comes to this date. The interference when it comes to this date is disagreements from family and from associates. That I do see. This is funny. It's dealing with huh. What do you know? Like I said, whoever that you're dating, you probably might discover each other, how y'all feel about each other spiritually, emotionally, and sexually, and physically. Okay, they might bring something out of you that you're not even aware about yourself, and you might bring something out of them what they're not aware about themselves. This is something that they have not experienced with another or their previous significant other when it comes to being in a love relationship. It's like as if they will have the understanding or a different perspective when it comes to building a relationship. And you have given them a different perspective of what it takes to be in a different relationship, especially dating somebody outside of their race. It makes them feel as if they are actually missing the puzzle or putting the puzzle together of what it takes to be in a committed relationship or to be in a relationship. Okay? I know I'm about to say this is a general fortune telling reading, but sometimes fortune telling reading tells you about the love insight as well too in relationship. And the reason why, going back to the interference when it comes to this relationship, if this is an interracial relationship, if I'm saying that right, you have been taught the stereotype of the other individual race, as they have been taught the stereotype of your race. And that's what caused the interference and also the clash and the misjudgment within this relationship of how y'all perceive which one another, because you are actually taking other people's opinions about y'all relationship and being with a different race. Okay? That's the interference itself. It's including people's opinion to be in your relationship or control your relationship. Be careful of that, because that will ruin your opportunity in being in a love relationship. But that's got to stop. Is being dominated by other people's judgment and fear, and taking a chance to be with someone that's different from you. So what you need to work on is releasing the thought of fear and having an opportunity and being with somebody that is not like you. Because again, you would gain different perceptions, perspective, not only be in different societies or environment, but be with somebody who is different from you but is actually like you. You have been with people that you're accustomed and taught to be with somebody who is comfortable in being within the same group, but yet they not willing to accept you for who you are. They are taught to be with somebody within a certain status, within a certain class, and also it has the certain intellect. But even though if you were in the same social group, but you do not fit the category when it comes to being a certain status or having a certain class or having a certain intellect, they will not accept you, even though that you were in the same cultural group. But yet, when it comes to dating somebody that's outside of your cultural group, and they like your authenticity, besides the fact of your status, your class, and your intellect, they're willing to accept you. So what you're missing is being accepted by somebody who loves you, rather than being accepted by somebody who does not love you, even though they're in the same cultural group. I'm not, this is my disclaimer, I'm not trying to encourage you to degrade people within your cultural group. I'm not encouraging that. I am not encouraging it at all. But again, going back to my reading, what I'm encouraging you is to give another person a chance who's willing to have a relationship with you and also willing to get to know you, rather than push you aside and keep you ostracized because you're not within that class status and have the same intellect. Be with somebody who's willing to accept you. Be with somebody who wants to get to know you. Be with somebody who likes you. Rather than forcing yourself to be with somebody who does not like you, even though they're in the same social group. Not only social group, but cultural group. Okay. Stop trying to force yourself and be with somebody who's in a cultural group that does not like you. But be with somebody who's willing to accept you and likes you. That's outside of your cultural group, because you will have a chance and also have the opportunity to build a relationship with somebody who likes you to the point it grows to love you. Rather than being with somebody who does not understand what it takes to establish a relationship, but yet has been taught to degrade an individual just because they're not within their status, their intellect, and also their class. I'm not saying that all people within your cultural group are like that. I'm not saying that. But there are some people that's like that. So you do not need to force yourself to be in a cultural group that would treat you such a way because you don't have any type of class, status quo, or intellect. You do not need that type of abuse. You do not need that type of treatment at all. At all. At all. I'll say this, both of y'all have faced an abuse from people within your cultural group, because these people wanted you to meet in their expectation. But you're since you cannot meet their expectation, they tend to verbally abuse you, assault you, or physically attack you because you do not meet their expectations. When they be with somebody that does not give them what they want, they tend to respond in an abusive way, and they have been taught this within their home, within their family. Both of y'all probably came from a family home or a cultural group that were taught to respond in an abusive way if you come across somebody who doesn't meet your expectations. And right now, y'all trying to break away from it, and y'all trying to grow from it, and y'all trying to heal from it. Y'all trying to leave that conception in believing that if somebody does not meet my expectations, then therefore I become an aggressor and abuser. You don't want to leave that behind, because you are aware that if you continue to keep that type of behavior, or continue to keep that type of thought, it will break this relationship and also ruin your relationship. But now, since y'all decided to go through your healing process, you decide to let that go because you do not want that type of behavior or thought to ruin your relationship. I like that. I really like that, because right now y'all just trying to get to know each one another. Now, again, I have here as a cat. Sometimes a cat can mean gossip and also antagonize the situation, and also trying to cause some confusion within your relationship. Like I said, he say, she say. You would have naysayers that would tell people, you know, your partner, like, why they should not date you because of the fact that you're black, because of the fact that you have different ethnic ways in doing things in life, and then you probably have a family member telling them that you cannot date them because they're white, and they probably might tell you that they could be an aggressor, they could be dominant, they probably might, try to be the oppressor within a relationship. But yet again, Their family does not see you as how your partner sees you. You trying to walk away from that abuse. They trying to walk away from that abuse. But the test is not to endure that type of thought and that type of fear and dwell within your relationship. Because if y'all continue to dwell that fear within your relationship, y'all will tend to sabotage that relationship and cause that self sabotage upon yourself. Not only do y'all experience abuse within y'all relationship when it comes to y'all family, but y'all probably might experience abuse when it comes to love relationship as well too. But you trying to leave that behind. If that's something that needs to work on, that y'all trying to heal this type of trauma because you do not want this trauma to influence within your relationship, it is best to seek a couple counselor that will help y'all to relieve from that trauma. So therefore, that trauma will not try to interfere or cause a huge impact within your relationship. Because I am getting that y'all still being traumatized by the abuse that happened within your previous relationship, but you do not want to cause an impact within your current relationship. That's your main concern. Yep, it's funny because I have here is the cat and I have here is a bird. And I did have here is the female quadrant as well too. So this is dealing with y'all. If y'all actually dating somebody that's outside of y'all race or outside of your ethnic group, that could be the case too. And besides the love, the reason why people are talking about you, and it could be the main people are talking about you because they admire you, they like you. Strange as it might sound. I mean, if you have people at your job that talks about you because they like you, because I have here is the Ace of Hearts. There's somebody who adores you. There's somebody who admires you. Now, it could be an Aquarius or it could be a Cancer. There's somebody who's actually talking big mess about you because they like you, because they know they cannot have you. And if it's a female boss who actually talks some mad crap about you, the reason why she's doing it because she wants to keep you within her job. I don't understand that. That's confusing as hell to me. But I really don't understand that. But for some reason, she's just trying to keep you in her corner because she see that you are a good coworker. But why would you talk bad mess about me if I'm your good coworker? You should be talking good mess about me. But I have here is children, and I have here is the shepherd. The shepherd could mean somebody who actually is infatuated with you, longer distance. Now, when I have here the shepherd, when it comes to children, this could be a childhood friend. Most likely a childhood friend or somebody you have not met within the past or somebody you did meet in the past. And all of a sudden they start coming around. Now, you might be dealing with somebody new or you might be dealing with somebody that you probably just walked past by in the past and you didn't realize who they were. So it's a possibility that you probably might you will be in a relationship with somebody that you were not acquainted with in the past. But they've seen you in the past. Like they know about you within the past. But they were younger. That's weird. But this is somebody who's actually being confined within the home, living within their misery, or trying to step outside of misery, but actually being confined within their home and doing healing within themselves or doing some healing work within themselves. This is what the male quadrant is doing. He's actually isolating himself from society because he's actually trying to do healing within himself. But he's trying to not to confine himself in the home more often. He's trying to get himself out there. So therefore he can project, his voice more often and start socializing with people and talking to people and engaging with people. He I'm actually getting that he's trying to pull the hermit card. Well, yeah, the hermit mood, as if that he's trying to stay home, but be more philosophical when it comes to his life and understanding his life and what it takes to be, to heal himself based upon what he has gone through that traumatized his psychological mind, and that's affecting his emotions as well too. So he's actually trying to build his cocoon, but trying to break out as a butterfly, metaphorically speaking. Okay, more like walking to his own awakening from solitude. This could be somebody who was from the AA group, from an Alcohol Anonymous group, probably going through some type of withdrawal. That's why he's been confined at home, because he's probably going through some type of withdrawal or relapse or something like that. That's why he's not engaging so much. I mean, he likes to go out and party. He likes to go out and drink and socialize, but not as often because he does not want to drink too much alcohol. He don't want to become an addiction again. So I think that's about it for what I picked up from the fortune telling card. Even though this is like personal and also relationships. Let me do the new tarot cards I just purchased. The Tarot Sorceress, which is actually doing paganism. I mean, the reason why I picked these cards because the pictures. I love the art. I really do. I love the art. I'm a fan of art. There's somebody coming in. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody that's coming in and rushing in. It's that they want to come and talk to you. They want to speak to you. You might get this in a message, a phone call, or through a DM on social media, in the app. But somebody's coming in. Somebody wants to reach out to you. This could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They want to come in and give you a message. They want to talk to you before anybody else will. I don't know. They probably had a premonition that you might get snatched up. I'm not saying as in kidnap. When I say get snatched up, as in like somebody wants to court you, that somebody's going to have an opportunity to court you. So I have here is the moon. More like a hidden message, because you do have a face that's in the lake that's actually looking up the moon. You actually have a face that's actually a part of the spirits in the lake. Maybe that it's time for you to go near the lake and meditate, because there's a message that's coming in. More like a lake spirit that wants to talk to you, want to give you some type of message in regards to something that deals with you emotionally. Whether it could be dealing with a loved one, or a loved one that has passed and wants to reach out to you and talk to you in regards to for what you need to know when it comes why you experience certain things emotionally and why certain things is affecting you emotionally. But when you actually go into water, and if you're like, let's say that if you like have a zodiac sign that's a water element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, get with water. Get with water. I mean, if you cannot afford the lake, take a shower or take a bath, because this is the type of message that will give you some type of clarity based upon your circumstance of what you're going through in life, okay? But I'm actually getting a message or hitting a message now. It's kind of funny when I'm getting the Pisces, because Pisces could be telepathic, and I don't know why I said telepathic, because most likely be Aquarius that's telepathic, but Pisces is intuitive and telepathic in a way. And also dealing with romantic emotions. There's somebody who wants to reach out to you emotionally, where this could be dealing with a Pisces, but I'm actually getting Cancers and Aquarius, most likely an Aquarius. And that's funny because you have a star in the moon. But somebody has hidden emotions for you. Now, this could be somebody that's within a relationship, that's thinking about stepping outside the relationship to pursue you and wants to be with you, but somebody is infatuated with you. This could be somebody who is actually tying out with so many women, or that's actually with 3 or 4 women. But somebody that's infatuated with you, and you can actually feel it. It could be very uncomfortable because you know somebody's dealing with somebody else, but there is somebody who is heavily infatuated with you. But when I'm getting the moon card, it could be like a message, a hidden message coming in from somebody who wants to say something to you with urgency, but they do not know how to say it. They do not come forth. Now, also, there's something that you already know, but you don't want to know when it comes to your intuition. And you ask yourself, that should I follow through? Should I accept this? You need to accept it, but yes, get some evidence first before you start making an ass out of yourself. Okay? But somebody that has passed wants to reach out to you and talk to you. You gotta be near the lake, or you gotta be within the water, like near a water element, where it could be washing dishes, taking a bath, taking a shower. There's somebody who wants to give you some type of message, they give you some type of clarity. And I have here is, what do you know? The star. Now, if you're practicing medical physical, if you're like a psychic, if you're like a reader, continue in doing that. Stop trying to compare yourself like everybody else, because you are different. Your skills, your gift is different from everybody else. Just because the fact that somebody's going to come in here with pizzazz, with all these type of makeup and superficial stuff, that's what everybody likes. Sex sales. Product sales. I should not be saying that. But anyway, stop trying to compare yourself to everybody else. Continue doing your business, but like I said, follow through when it comes to your intuition. You have a way to talk to certain things, if you know what I mean. Confirmation. You have a gift in talking to certain things, and things are willing to translate based upon what you're trying to send out. You are going to receive some type of message that's going to come through anyway, whether it could be through water or whether it could be through technology. Synchronicities, numbers, but most likely through technology. Then you probably might be receiving the same message from the algorithm, but you're probably receiving the same message through the radio or through frequencies. Somebody's trying to give you some type of clarity. Somebody's trying to give you some type of message in regards to what you're going through in your circumstances. You might be getting a reading from a well-known reader, and you're probably like regretting yourself that, did I spend that much money? Why did I spend that much money? No. Continue to ask questions. If that service is worth what can you afford, you better get your answers. Okay. If you're, I'm talking to someone who probably spend like nearly 250 or 255, 275, or nearly 300 to get a reading. You better get some answers. And I'm sorry to say that because the service will be worth a while, but you need to be getting some answers. Okay, you need to be getting some answers. But this is what I'm getting with the star. You might be getting some consultation with somebody who could be an astrologer, a well-known astrologer, a well-known reader. But you better get some answers. That's all I'm saying. But if you are a reader yourself and very intuitive, you already know the answers. But it's going to come to you in so many ways, through technology, through water or air. Okay? Now, I'm just going to say this. You might be famous to somebody's eye. Or you might end up being famous in the future. You don't even realize it, you don't even know, but you're probably on the rise. But you will be famous, even though your popularity is hidden, but it is well known. And I have here is the lovers. Somebody that you already know that has a crush on you, that likes you or admires you, wants to go on the escapade. I know this is farther away, far beyond, because I have here is the Six of Swords overall, but you might be going to a journey to get some type of information. Like I said, you will receive messages through air, whether you have to travel. When it comes to reading your destination, but when it comes to lovers, there is a strong attraction that's coming in. You might be attracted to somebody who actually likes you, who admires you, but I'm not gonna say like, but it's strong. It's a strong like, more like love that adores you. When it comes to your persona, the way how you presented yourself, based upon your first appearance. Now, when it comes to this moon, this could be somebody that you already know, but sometimes the moon could be very hidden, that you don't know, that you're not even aware. So this could be somebody that's new in a way, but does not want you to know that they're infatuated with you. Now with the star of you being intuitive, also with the moon, you are aware that who likes you. Now it's a possibility it could be two people that likes you. It could be somebody that's new, and also could be somebody old, because again, you actually feel a strong attraction from somebody that you know who likes you. And you wouldn't doubt that. Even though this person that you know that likes you say that I don't like you that way, you sense something else that is strong. It is strong. That they still admire you, that still like you. Because I'm going to say this, by the time that you're with somebody new, best believe that they will flip the fuck out. And they will say some stuff like, that wouldn't have been me. And they will kick their own ass because they didn't have the opportunity or grasp the opportunity to be with you. But no, they decide to be hesitant and not to pursue you and allow this new person to pursue you. So whatever is not going to take place, it is going to take place based upon the unknown. That's the moon for you. Wherever it's going to take place, well, wherever it has not been taking place or did not take place, if based upon to your expectation, it is going to take place. Okay? So again, even though that you thought that somebody that you knew that was going to come pursuing you, since they're not going to pursue you, somebody will pursue you. Everything is going to follow through. Basically, it's like a destiny swap. If that person did not take a chance to pursue you, guess what? There's somebody that's going to fall in line to pursue you. That's what's going to happen. And now I'm hearing him or her that you thought that was going to pursue you saying, oh shit, I fucked up. Yeah, they did. And I have here as the Hierophant. I like this picture. That means that this person is in agony of thought of their mind and believing of what they want to believe, but they shouldn't have believing what they need to believe. That you thought of what was going to happen, how you want it to happen, did not turn out how you want it to happen. That's a hierophant for you. That you're preaching the word, but you do not practice on what you preach. No, you're preaching the word to the congregation, but you don't practice what you preach. Let me say this again. You telling people about how they need to pursue their love or how they need to be with the one, but all of a sudden you're not pursuing your true love and you're not being with your true love, but you're being what how society wants you to be with the true love. That's kind of funny because I heard a bird chirping that said, damn. Confirmation. So you all fucked up in the head because of the fact that you believe in your own philosophy and you giving people these philosophy and saying some stuff that how they need to, fall on love and be with somebody that who they truly love. But have you followed through in regards of who you love and who you want to be loved? I'm not talking about my quadrants here that I'm actually I really know. I'm talking about the person who should be pursuing you. That's what I'm talking about. The hierophant is the person who should be pursuing you. I'm talking about the person who's actually being everybody else's teacher, but they're not following upon their lessons. They're not following upon their principles. Why? Because they are pretty much afraid of the outcome of what it takes to live their life. But they think that they want to be in a comfortability to live in somebody else's life that's been orchestrated by somebody else. So is it possible that I'm describing you as a puppet? Because the fact that you are actually being in somebody else's life but not want to be in your life and doing something what you want to do. But it's okay for you to be in philosophy and telling people of what they need to do with their lives, but you have not been doing what you want to do and living your life. And fall upon your own heart. But then you live by somebody else's heart. So, again, this person right now is struggling. This could be a Libra. This could be a Cancer. Taurus, Leo, or Pisces. Because I do see the hands of Jesus Christ. The Amen hand right here. Pisces. Or Gemini, who is struggling because they're trying to live in their life of philosophy. Preaching of philosophy to everybody else, but has not practiced on what they preach. Sad but true. And I have here is the Six of Fire. Most likely you are going to be victorious because you fall upon your own path. You fall upon your own dreams rather than fall upon what everybody else is trying to tell you what to do. And you probably be in relationship with somebody who's willing to guide you when it comes to your passion as well too, who's willing to assist you and guide you towards your passion. Will this person mislead you? No, they will not mislead you whatsoever, but I'm just going to say this is that y'all need to have self-control when it comes to this sexual chemistry that both of y'all have. Because when y'all start being intimate, it's a possibility y'all might have a child. I mean, you might have your first child, but this individual is experienced in taking care of children. But it might happen unexpectedly. Because, again, both of y'all have a sexual drive. Hidden sexual drive. I'm just going to say this. You probably have not realized it, but when y'all was in relationships, in y'all previous relationship, it takes a lot for a person to entice you sexually. It does. It actually takes a person to entice you sexually. But when it comes to y'all being together, it's just there. The spontaneity is just there. Like both of y'all have a strong sexual passion and chemistry for one another, and y'all didn't even realize it. It's just there. It doesn't take both of y'all. It doesn't take a lot for both of y'all to be enticed. It's just there. And the Six of Wands explains it all. Like both of y'all have a sexual drive. It's just out this world. But I'm just gonna say this: y'all just need to calm down with that because y'all might end up having a child, and it's gonna happen unexpectedly. Now, for the person who is afraid of conceiving this child because of age, that's irrelevant because I actually seen that your body is going to be healed when you having this child. It's more like your body would be like the temple itself. I have here is a five of fire. Oh, see, competition. Let's talk about it. And I have here is the four of fire. See, like I said, you and your partner actually have a drive when it comes to creativity and also building a home. And also understanding what it takes to have a stable dynamics in not only a relationship but also a family as well too, because your partner wants to build a family. Your partner wants to have a family. I do not have an earth, but I actually have fire. Mostly just fire and air. Passionate chemistry and also communication. Your communication is based upon passion, and both of y'all are very intuitive and spiritual. But when it comes to this five of fire, there's a lot of competition for the both of you. The only what I'm actually concerned is competing one another based upon your drive in regards of your interest in doing certain things and their interest in doing certain things, and believing based upon how things should go and how things should flow, and based upon how you believe how things should go and how things should flow. Y'all need to just stop with the competitiveness and start learning about each other. Just continue to learn about each other. When y'all start learning about one another, that will add some spice within y'all relationship as well too. We are actually having patience with one another. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, there's some competition that's going on within your relationship based upon how you feel about when it comes to your interests, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your job. When it comes to career, this is what I feel. I feel is that you have one that wants to take care of you, and you do not want the other to take care of you because you want to continue to bring in income as well too. But he feels intimidated of you bringing more income than him, but he feels as if that he needs to bring more income within the home as well too, as a man and as a husband. He wants to play a role as a man and as a husband. I don't know why I'm saying husband because y'all dating. Maybe they because he wants to notch himself as a husband because he wants to play a role as a provider for you. But yes, I'm actually getting as if the competitiveness is dealing with the independence. Not his independence, but he feels that your independence is actually being more dominant within the relationship itself too. But you're trying to tell him that no, it's just that I do not want you to become more frustrated in doing everything by yourself, and he doesn't mind at all. You're talking to somebody who is not frustrated. Well, you know what, they're here to find. The only time he's frustrated is with being suppressed by other people's opinions and thoughts. Okay? When it comes to the Hierophant. But when it comes to doing certain things and he knows how to do it and get it done, he's not going to be stressed out about that at all. He got enough fire in his behind that he can actually do everything and all. Okay? He's not frustrated in doing everything by himself. He gets it done. So that's what you're afraid of, that you do not want him to feel overwhelmed. I don't see the Ten of Wands, which is a good thing because he never feels overwhelmed. He just do it. He do it and just get it done. He just do it. And with the 5 of Wands, even though it's not within the it is kind of within a relationship, but he's a competitor when it comes to the world itself. He is a competitor when it comes to the world itself. He outdoes everybody. I mean, you worry for him not to get frustrated, but he look at you, got get frustrated about what? Frustrated about what? What do I need to get frustrated for? What do I need to get overwhelmed for? I get it done. So you do not need to worry about that at all. With the three of what is the 3 of fire? See, I get fire. So I'm actually getting in. You might deal with somebody who could have an air element, a fire element in their natal chart, but most likely you could be dealing with a fire sign. With the 3 of fire, you do have help when it comes to creating. Well, I'm not gonna say ideas, creating ideas, but you do have help with a spiritual source that will give you some type of ideas when it comes to your creative project. But you gotta be careful not to say as much when it comes to your project and telling people what you're going to do and what you're going to accomplish. You gotta keep that to yourself. So you do have a creative spirit that's going to help you and also enhance your creativity in creating this project. You do have some help, but you might be aware of people who's actually watching you because you have people who's trying to copy off of you. Okay. Now, the same thing with the fire sign man. If you're dealing with a fire sign man or woman, y'all have to be careful not to say as much to people when it comes to working on your project. Okay. When you have an idea, keep it to yourself. Please keep it to yourself. All right. But if you are actually doing this within a job, and this is going to be outside the subject, if you are actually doing this within a job, talk to your manager about this idea and make sure that you get a credibility of this idea when it comes to talking this idea with your manager or with your employees. Okay. Make sure that you're being acknowledged for your credibility when it comes to this project and also this idea. But for some particular reason, you do have a powerful source that wants to be mindful and not to say as much when it comes to this project. It's going to come to mind to you. Okay? But yeah, I'm going to say this. When it comes to this love relationship, this heated love relationship where you have your partner, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Just keep everything behind the bedroom, behind the bedroom door. Keep it secretive. Don't tell people what you do in your bedroom. Don't do that. Please do not do that because people are actually vultures. They want to know. They want to, hear about what's, stimulate the spice in y'all life. What's keeping y'all, bond strong. Just say that we just love one another. That's it. Just say that we love each other. That's it. Don't be specific. Don't give them details. Do not, because you're going to have people start critiquing and telling y'all what to do in the bedroom. And that causes a lot of interference and confusion within your relationship. No, don't do that. Stop it. Just tell people that y'all love each other. Okay? Because you are going to have people that's actually going to be spying on y'all and looking at y'all because they want to know why y'all spontaneity is so strong within a relationship. And I have here's the 2 of fire. So yeah, y'all passionate is very strong. Y'all dealing with a fire sign. Most likely y'all must be dealing with a fire sign, or I must be reading for someone who could be a Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So I have here is the 2 of fire, the 2 triad. This is the 2 fire sign symbols. Now you might be dealing with somebody who could be a fire sign, sun sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or you probably have a fire sign in your chart. This is like minor, so you probably have fire signs in your moon, Venus, or rising sign. But what I'm getting right here is that since this little bitty triad or a triangle is actually uplifting this sun or major fire sign, You could be an inspiration to this fire sign. You don't even realize it. You could be very inspirational to them. You could be motivating them and doing something that they need to do when it comes to inspiring people, inspiring society, or inspiring the community. You could actually give them that motivational push. Whether it could be a motivational speaker, or whether they could be a CEO, or need to be the main boss within a corporate. So I believe as if that you can inspire this fire sign to do as much more what they should be doing where they are right now. And there is a main reason why that you are in their life. To push them farther way beyond and where they need to be. You could be their sun, or you could be their moon, and they could be the sun in your life, or they could be the moon in your life. But I believe the fire sign Emma is related to the sun, so they could be the sun in your life, but you could be the moon in their life to bring them calm and be more settled, and also ones that have different perspective of certain things for what they need to foresee and understand it themselves spiritually, so therefore they can be more aligned and be more aware of themselves. But yet, you can actually guide them into the journey of where they need to be when it comes to be more aware and be more known of themselves, rather than trying to be like somebody else. Somebody else that they do not want to betray. They make them feel lesser of themselves. I'm gonna use but with the Six of Swords, well, Six of Air, there is somebody who wants to take you on an escapade, whether it's that this fire sword or this person who adores you wants to take you to a trip or escapade. But I'm gonna simplify this with the Tarot of the Divine. So I would say you are dealing with a fire sign. Whether you could be dealing with a fire sign or probably has Cancer and Aquarius in your natal chart, or a Taurus. So I'm actually seeing fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. I do see Cancer, I do see Pisces, and Aquarius, and Taurus. And Gemini, I actually see Gemini, but most likely when I see the Lover's card, it's like as if you're actually learning about two worlds. Your world, his or her world. So it's like two worlds that's colliding to each other. So I did mention that somebody is coming in persistently. There is somebody coming in. I did mention that. So it's something that you're not aware that somebody is coming into you. Four swords. Damn. I'm sorry. Somebody wants you to rest and stop being paranoid and think that somebody is out there to come get you. Like I did mention that you need to have some type of evidence to see that somebody is against you or not, but there is somebody that's not against you. I know this is, I'm trying to specify this reading that I'm giving you when it comes to this fire sign person. Um, that's weird. So when I'm trying to specify this reading, it comes out for two people that you're probably dealing with, or maybe the reason why these two peoples are appearing in this reading because it's actually dealing with the circumstances of what you're going through when it comes to whatever that you're currently experiencing right now. So let me talk about you first. I want you to be mindful and not to make yourself as an enemy. Okay? Earlier, I did mention that there's some discrepancy that's going on when it comes to your job or the community itself that you need to do some detective work. You need to investigate to get some evidence. But when it comes to making assumptions, you gotta be mindful careful not to be the enemy. Okay? Because when you actually make yourself as the enemy, you're actually creating self-sabotage. That's what I'm getting right now too. So I have here is with the Nine of Wands. Let me talk about you first. I have here is the Nine of Wands, and I have here is the Aries. So I have here is the Four of Swords, Wounded Wolf. Funny, crying wolf. That's funny. And I have here is the Five of Coins, and also the Ten of Coins. So for you, I'm gonna say this: be mindful, be careful, and stop making assumptions about certain things that you think for what it really is. If you have not done investigation for yourself, okay? Because if you do that, if you make an ass out of yourself, you get yourself in trouble. Whether it's if that you will start harming your reputation when it comes to your job. You will start harming your work ethics. That people are actually gonna look at you as if that you tend to, trying to get everybody in trouble or get everybody reprimanded, and you start to block your, I'm not gonna say success, but also opportunity as well too. With the Ten of Coins, sometimes you're dealing with family, but also you're dealing with companies as well. Ten of Coins is more like corporate to me. You do have somebody within a corporate who actually acknowledge you, who actually want to give you some type of recognition based upon the job you do within the work field. And of you being the Knight of Wands and jumping conclusion and making assumptions to the point that you actually causing self-sabotage upon to yourself with the Four of Swords, and then also with the Five of Coins to the point that you're harming your work reputation. I think for you, what you need to do is probably need to take a step back, observe, and also investigate if that was the case. Okay? Rather than try to make it seem as if you are the person that's trying to get somebody fired or trying to get somebody written up. Do not be like your enemy. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not be like your enemy. Even though that if you have somebody who's trying to reprimand you, allow them to make the ass out of themselves. Because there is somebody that's putting your name in good terms. There is somebody who's putting your name in good terms. You got somebody within the corporate that's looking at you, and they actually have you have a good rep with the corporation. That's all I'm saying. You do have a good name for the corporation. That's why people are subconsciously attacking you, trying to make it seem as if that you're a troublemaker, but you're not. And the reason why they're doing it is because somebody within the corporate is protecting you. So be careful not to start some crap with these people who's trying to get you fired, get you written up, because I think this is like a setup. That they're trying to entice you, antagonize you, to make it seem as if you are the troublemaker. So allow them to make the ass out of themselves. So therefore they're harming their job. But do not be like them, because they're trying to make you harm your reputation within the job as well too. What I'm trying to say is, don't start pointing fingers. Allow them to point fingers. Let them to make the ass out of themselves. So therefore they will become the troublemaker. Okay? Because you do have a good name within this corporate. There's somebody who's protecting you in the corporate. Do not warn that. Please don't. I'm still on you. If you have been reprimanded when it comes to in a previous appointment, I do see some type of settlement. I do see some type of compromise that somebody wants to negotiate based upon from what happened to you, as if you have been terminated or you have been let go. Because that's what I'm seeing with the Knight of Coins along with the Tower card. That if you have been let go, you have been treated unfairly or been terminated unfairly, there could be some, compensation, or somebody wants to negotiate with you. Okay? I apologize. Somebody don't want me to tell you the truth. But somebody is trying to look forward to a compromise with you and negotiate with you based upon a wrongful termination, or rather as if somebody probably let you go. I'm actually seeing as if they want to ask you to come back in and work for them again, or give you another chance, but that's up to you if you want to work within that location or work within that job. But that's what I'm actually seeing when it comes to the Ten of Cups along with the Tower. It's actually more as if like something that has been broken, but they want to make amends. That's what I'm getting right now. It's more like making amends. I mean, even though if I see the Ten of Cups in the Tower card, it's like a broken family. But either way, it could be a broken family, but more like a compensation when it comes to this broken family or wait a minute, let me just put it in a way how it should be put it. Yeah, I'm actually getting it could be a compensation when it comes to a broken family or community, or somebody wants to make amends based upon a broken family or unprofessional business setting. That's what I'm getting with the Nine of Coins that's coming in, along with the Tower and a Ten of Cups. But somebody wants to make amends out of you based upon for what they did that was very wrong, or how they did it was wrong in a way. How they let you go was wrong in a way. Okay. I mean, with the Four of Coins, Cups, I don't know why I said coins, but with the Four of Cups, more like as if you're more stable within your emotions. That you're more settled within your emotions, that you actually have a better understanding when it comes to your emotions, and understanding yourself emotionally as well, too. That even though you came from this chaos, you had came from this false accusation, and then also you start coming to the realization that the person who wrongfully terminates you realized what they had done was wrong. And it's actually giving you this emotional stability, okay? To the point it's not making you lead into confusions, but actually give you emotional stability of yourself. And knowing for what you thought what they did was wrong, that you were in the right. With the Four of Cups. That's on you. Now, when it comes to who you're dealing with, the fire sign and the earth sign, the fire sign, the reason why the fire sign has not come to you, because they're probably dealing with some type of crisis that's going on within their family and also within their personal relationship. They're actually trying to keep something hidden within their personal relationship that they do not want you to know. That actually just made them become like a downfall. This relationship they had is actually causing their finance and to the point that it actually affect their family. I'm hoping that this fire sign is not giving their 401k to this individual or to this person that they're dealing with. Because that's what it looks like. That this fire sign is actually giving their 401k to somebody outside of their family. But this fire sign is trying to find a ways to build their family financially, or actually trying to find a ways to, have a steady income or obtain their income rather than spending it on somebody else recklessly. So the reason why the fire sign is not approaching you because it's going through a lot of money issues right now. But in order for them to overcome this money issues, they need to stop spending their money on somebody that is basically making them look like a fool, playing them like a folio. They're actually spending money on somebody that's playing them like a folio, basically. Now, with this Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, sometimes when I get the Knight of Pentacles, they can be saying some stuff like you dealing with somebody who's probably in their 20s, their late 20s, and late 30s or early 40s. I was okay. I'm not gonna say this is somebody who's like a saver hoe, but most likely he is like a saver hoe. He gives the characteristics of a saver hoe, that he tends to save a damsel in distress when it comes to the type of difficulties that she's experiencing in her life, but you're trying not to portray yourself as a damsel in distress, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, my fellas, even though that this is not relevant to you, but this is what I'm picking up for my ladies. If you're dealing with an earth sign man, he does seem like a saver hoe, or seem like somebody who's a Superman who would save a woman who is in distress. When it comes to family, damaging family, or when it comes to being mistreated in a job. But I do not see any cruel intentions from this guy who's actually trying to help you out financially. I mean, I do see that you are trying to create some boundaries with him, healthy boundaries, trying not make it seem as if that you're taking advantage of him financially, but yet that you're trying to gain some type of security emotionally when it comes to you and also this relationship, if you want to pursue this relationship. But I felt as if that he's doing this because he's trying to pursue a security within a relationship with you emotionally. But yet, if you're doing this by yourself, if you're actually taking care of yourself, because even though that if you're going through a lot of difficulties at your job and you have enemies at your job, you actually have protection regardlessly. You do, because I have here it's the Three of Pentacles. You actually have guides who actually is the guardians when it comes to your finance, when it comes to your job, to the point that they actually protect you, that nobody will come harm to your finance and also your job too. But you do have to do rituals to gain security within your job and also finance, okay? But yet, you do have protection that nobody's not going to place harm to your finance and also your job too. It's in the works. So there's nothing for you to worry about when it comes to yourself. But again, even though that if this person, this individual is not a coin that's going to come and save your life, you still going to be financially secure. But yet he's probably going to help you when it comes to this broken family. Whatever this unexpected shit is going to take place that's actually sabotaging your family, he's probably going to help you through that too, to gain emotional security of yourself. So therefore, you will not be traumatized with experience within your family. Because I do see that there is someone who's going to come in and gain some type of emotional security. If this is what I'm perceiving from this Four of Cups, hold on. Because that's what I'm getting with the Four of Cups is emotional security. Give me 1 second. Okay, Four of Cups, Nightingale, Denmark. Danish folktale. The Four of Cups represents romanticizing bad choices while ignoring the good alternatives before you. It is coveting what is superficially better, neglecting the plain nightingale who can actually sing away death. Upright, a lack of awareness, pessimism, daydreaming, lethargy, and reevaluations. Reverse, motivation, opportunity, optimistic, relentlessness, and boredom. So, rather than gaining emotional security, what I meant to say is gaining emotional security based upon how you feel about certain things to meeting your expectation, how you feel about and foresighting things of which you expect them to be or how you want it to turn out to be. What actually makes you feel secure about yourself based upon whatever that you're going through? That is like outside of your accountability. Even though that it's actually causing destruction by somebody else. I mean, when I look at this card, and the reason why I say emotional stability is based upon finding security within yourself rather than be held accountable at everybody else's destruction and also downfall. That's why I say emotional security when it comes to this Four of Cups. For the meaning of this card, when it says pessimist or lack of awareness, yeah, you will have a lack of awareness based upon and seeing beyond things that is outside of your control. Because you did not orchestrate that destruction. You did not orchestrate that damaging. You did not create that damaging. You did not create that destruction. Wherever this sabotage that hasn't taken place when it comes to your family. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Now, if that is the case when it comes to pessimism, and I did mention about the Nine of Coins to save a hoe, and did I not say that you are going to create a healthy boundaries with this individual, so therefore you do not want him to see you as a damsel in distress, that you can actually have security within yourself because of the fact that your finances protected. You are protected, but you actually are accountable in doing rituals to gain protection when it comes to your job and your finance. But again, you do not want this person to make it seem as if that you are a damsel in distress. And earlier, when I mentioned when it comes to this individual who's going to come into your life, whether he could be a fire sign, air sign, he will feel intimidated of the fact of your independence. That he does not want to make it seem as if that you are more independent in taking care of yourself financially. But yet he wants to be seen as a provider and taking care of you financially. But you do not want him to be overwhelmed in taking care of you. And let him know that you want to manage to take care of yourself. But he does not want that to happen because he feels as if that he's not needed within a relationship. Again, I actually do not see him having cruel intentions when it comes to pursuing you. But yet he will get too carried away and not having boundaries within himself when it comes to spoiling you financially. That could be the case too, but again, if you creating boundaries with him and letting him know that he does not need to go beyond the means to take care of you, that you're willing to help him out financially too. Again, y'all need to start learning about each other. When y'all start learning more about each other, then yeah, it will gain spontaneity within a relationship. But yet, you just do not want to be more overwhelmed and taking care of you all the time. And from what's coming in, he does not want you to feel overwhelmed and taking care of everything else too. That yeah, he wants to be a provider, and yeah, he wants to take care of you. He just wants you to feel more comfortable and also wants you to be happy. rather than being more stressful and taking care of everybody else. Because with this Tower and the Ten of Cups, you have been taking care of everybody else to the point that you have not been having the opportunity to take care of yourself. Because you get so caught up in worrying and taking care of everybody else. So that's why he decided to come in to let you know that I don't want you to make you feel as if that you can take care of me, but I want to make you feel secure that I'm willing to take care of you. You probably told him that you were so frustrated in taking care of everybody else's problem that you had to be the mediator up for everybody else's problem. That you had to be the mediator in the family. And he realized how stressful it was for you in being a mediator in the family. But not only you, but how it had to take for you to be the mediator of the family or the problem solver in the family. So therefore that everybody would not, be everybody else's issue or cause destruction within the family. But he sees that how it's overwhelming of you in trying to, delegate the difficulties or the situation that's going within the family. And now he's trying to find a way to relieve you from that frustration. So with this Four of Cups, with this Four of Cups, I'm seeing, and the reason why I said not only financial security but emotional security out of Four of Cups is because of the fact that you gained lack of awareness. You had gained lack of awareness and not fighting the emotional security of yourself because you were the compensation of the destruction that was going on within your family. And I believe that this Nine of Coins wants to come in and save you and being the sacrificial or the sacrifice of the destruction that's going on within your family, or the scapegoat of the destruction within your family. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to take you out of the situation and being the scapegoat of the destruction that's going on within your family with the Ten of Cups. So you will not have the lack of awareness and thinking that you need to compensate your happiness in securing everybody else's happiness with the Four of Cups. But right now you're trying to find security within your happiness, within your emotions as well too. But again, like I said with the Four of Cups, it's like you get security within your emotions, and though that this Nine of Coins is trying to help you gain security within your emotions and take you out the destructions, or you be the scapegoat of the sabotage that's going on within your family. I mean, this fire sign, there's a good reason why this fire sign has not approached you, because right now he's trying to correct the self-sabotage that's going on within this family too. Confirmation. And it's interesting how this Knight of Coins is trying to take you out and being a scapegoat of the self-destruction within your family. But I have here below the Three of Coins is the Ace of Cups, along with the Nine of Cups, and along with the Two of Wands and the Lovers. Did I not say that he was going to help you find a stability within your emotions? Did I not say that when y'all start to learn about each other, y'all start gaining spontaneity within this relationship? And did I not say that when y'all start to know each one another, y'all actually colliding two worlds together? So yes, I do see love coming in. I actually do see love coming in. But what's blocking the chance of you in allowing that new love to come in is that you need to walk away from the self-sabotage or being a scapegoat of the self-sabotage that's being created by your family, which is the fear of having, of not allowing somebody outside of your cultural group and accepting you for who you are. I'm sorry for the notification. So it's actually 4:15 Eastern time. Well, Easter time. I don't know why I say Easter time. Easter time. Okay. Maybe there's something that you need to know about April the 15th. So you need to go back and go back in time and ask yourself what happened on April the 14th. That's the reason why I say Easter time. But you need to ask yourself what happened April the 15th. You need to ask yourself what happened April the 15th. Okay? So I'm going to pull out some oracle cards. I'm going to start with the Universal Love card because this is dealing with love. Celebration. More like a wedding, more like a baby shower, or this could be a celebration of a new love and a new beginning or a new journey. Maybe it's time for you to celebrate. Maybe it's time for you to celebrate for a new offering. Maybe it's time for you to celebrate being victorious. Maybe it's time for you to celebrate to overcome obstacles. Or maybe it's time to celebrate that you have overcome any type of difficulties for which you experience in your life. This could be a celebration that you could be invited to a baby shower, or to a proposal, or to an engagement, or maybe that you're celebrating of your new engagement. I'm going to read you the meaning of the card. Celebration. Something precious bursts to life. A dream comes true. That which you have wanted for so long now becomes reality. This is a time for celebration, a time to contemplate the very nature of life, of your purpose on this earth, a time to give thanks to Mother Earth and the universe for their help and blessings. So, it has been confirmed, and I have here as blessings. Blessings. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, blessings. So, it is a confirmation that you are being protected when it comes to your finance. You are being protected when it comes to your job. And I did mention of you of being a crying wolf. Yes, I did. I mentioned of you be careful of being a wounded wolf or crying wolf. Stop trying to be the person that's pointing out fingers of people that you suspected that's trying to get you fired, even though that you do not have the evidence of them trying to get you fired. You need to start doing your detective work and pulling up evidence as if they're trying to get you fired. But I was just going to make this as a scenario. When I said earlier that there is somebody who is watching you and trying to see if you are going to make a mistake, as if they're trying to leave you confusion, you're going to back up and say that what took place and what happened and what you did to solve the problem. And what was the root cause of the problem and why you have to solve the root cause of the problem. That will save your ass from making a mistake, to make it seem as if that you're making a mistake. Okay? But yes, you do have to defend yourself and you do have to back up what you have to say. But yet, when it comes to people that you suspected that's trying to get you rid of them and trying to get you fired, you got to find evidence if that is the case. And you got to do some detective work too. So, be mindful, be careful of not being a crying wolf and a wounded wolf. I apologize. If you actually have somebody who's trying to portray themselves as a wolf and trying to hunt you down as a prey or trying to make you as a prey, allow them to portray themselves as a hunter. Because what they don't even know is that that wolf who is actually the hunter is actually the prey. So again, stop trying to be like the wounded wolf, because the wounded wolf will always end up being the prey. You have people who is acknowledging you. You have people that have put you in a good name. You have people from the higher up who is acknowledging you. Don't ruin that. Allow them to fuck up. Allow the people who are trying to get you written up to fuck up. So that will prove to them that they are the fuck ups. Let them point fingers at you. Let them make a mockery out of you. Because again, they are letting them know of who they really are. Don't be like them. Okay? Do not be like them. Now, when it comes to the celebration card, this could be a celebration of new love. This is something which you have been manifesting. This is something that which you have been asking for the longest. This could be a new love. Accept it. Do not be afraid. Do not walk away from it. But again, like I said, just take your time and get to know that individual. If they are honorable to be part of your life, don't walk away from them. Don't even hide from them. Just based upon what somebody has to teach you from the stereotype of for who they are, you don't know if you don't get the chance to get to know them. And yeah, this is all about relationship. This is all about a relationship, and they want you to embrace it too. This is a sign they want you to embrace it. And yes, like I said, you are going to get a message when it comes to afar. There's a message going to give you some type of clarity based upon your circumstances. Don't deny it. Just be open to it. Like I said, just be within your element. If it's water, take a bath. Brush your teeth. Do dishes. Be near water. Be near a lake. It will give you clarity based upon the circumstances of what you're going through right now. They give you some type of clarity, okay? But at this point, maybe that your body's going through changes. Maybe it's going through changes in being a mother. Maybe it's going through changes in being a woman or a man. And also your body's probably going through changes in being a father. Sometimes your body will interact based upon your environment. And if you become ill and sick, maybe it's time you get yourself out of that environment. Or maybe it's time for you to get that person out of your environment that's making you sick. But it's time for you to embrace love. It is time for you to embrace love. Allow the person to come in if they are honorable to be part of your life. Whoever is willing to accept you for who you are, even though they're outside of your cultural group. If they want to accept you for who you are, Let them in. So that is the message for you that I have for this week. Okay? If you would like a personal reading, you can always reach me at Instagram, DW Psychic Reading, or you can actually reach me on TikTok, Ganesha Girl number 9. I do fall upon another name on Facebook. I will probably just list it down below from descriptions. But I do thank you for enjoying this video, and I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful beloved week.